Hi everyone, welcome to the Cat King NMAT Daily. This is Anisha here, your mentor and guide for NMAT. Back here with today one of the most important strategies, which is your quants section strategy. I don't know why, but you ask majority of the NMAT aspirants, everybody is always scared of NMAT quants and DI section. Okay, it is difficult, it is scary, it is a time challenge, I agree, right? So let's make it easy for us. Okay, it's not impossible, all right? It's definitely not impossible. There are people who can crack it. If they can, so can all of you guys who are watching the video, right? So let's first quickly let's do one thing. While we are planning our strategy, let's understand कि paper में आने क्या वाला है, ठीक है? So if I look at this, okay, this is my quants strategy. Now in the quants strategy, firstly, what is our syllabus? We have arithmetic where we get around 8 to 9 questions. Okay, numbers 2 to 4 questions, algebra 4 to 6 questions, modern maths 2 to 4 questions. For time being, keep DIDS on hold. Let's now understand this quants bit of it. Okay, firstly you remember CAT LRDI is combined, NMAT quants and DI is combined. Okay, so that's a big advantage for us because out of 36 questions, aram se your 12 questions to will go for DIDS. So what are we left with? I think you should be able to do the math right now. If this math you couldn't do, then to जाने दो बेटा, quants छोड़ दो, NMAT CAT ही छोड़ दो आप, ठीक है? But we'll plan this quants and DI section. I'll give you both plan of action, but we have to make sure कि ये master करना है, ठीक है? I don't want you guys cribbing and crying for the fact कि यार मैम NMAT का quants and DI section नहीं हुआ, ख़त्म नहीं हुआ, time नहीं था, and all of those things. Time है, बहुत time है. 36 questions है and you have way more time given to you. It's not a 1 minute per question, right? So you almost have 1.5 minute plus per every question. So what we will do is, let's dissect this. Okay? Arithmetic means what? Arithmetic means your percentages, averages, ratios. इसके direct questions आते हैं, बिल्कुल नहीं आते हैं, इसके एप्लीकेशन क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो परसेंटेजेस एंड एवरेजेस का एप्लीकेशन कम्स इन क्वेश्चंस ऑफ पार्टनरशिप, योर प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, simple interest, compound interest are application of these topics. Very important. Mixtures and allegations. Now people debate with me, mixtures and allegations official guide में topic नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है, but it's an application of ratios, an application of percentages, right? So you have to study that. Okay, and they're very easy. Learn to visualize those type of questions. Okay, that is one part of your arithmetic. The second most important part of arithmetic is your time and work, pipes and cistern, time, speed, distance. Again, time, speed, distance as a topic is not mentioned in the new official guide, but you have to study that because again it is usage, or you can say application of equations. Okay, so understand that all of these exams are testing your ability to choose what concept do I apply to this specific question. Okay, so you have to study those topics. All right, so what you are going to do is, now when I talk about arithmetic, it is still doable. You know, the majority of the people who hate maths, arithmetic हो जाता है. I'm sure even you guys can think and ask yourselves, टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस समझ में आ जाता है, नंबर सिस्टम नहीं समझ में आता है, ज्योमेट्री बिल्कुल नहीं आता है, प्रोबेबिलिटी, परम्यूटेशन, कॉम्बिनेशन तो इज़ लाइक बाउंसर, right? So what we are going to do is, now we are going to make this easy for us. So I want you all to make sure that you are understanding where do you lack. Now unlike CAT, यहाँ पे एक आधा छोड़ दिया नहीं चलेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि दो रीज़न. एक सेक्शनल कट ऑफ है, तो क्वांट्स का सेक्शनल कट ऑफ क्लियर करना ही है. Benchmark of sectional cutoff is 75 marks. 75 marks matlab I have to get around 20 to 25 questions out of 36 for sure correct. This is a safe score benchmark, ठीक है? That is what I'm going to aim for. I'm not talking about sectional cutoffs right now. We are talking about safe score targeting Mumbai campus, not the other campuses. Alright, so if that is my benchmark, so I have to make sure I'm able to get those 20 to 25 questions correct, right? So what you're going to do is, arithmetic is doable. So we will touch arithmetic after 15 days, not right now. Right now I want you all to start with something called as number system. ठीक है, HCF LCM स्कूल में पढ़ा था, सिर्फ वो याद करना है. रिमाइंडर थ्योरम, फैक्टराइजेशन, rules of factorization, rules of cyclicity, very complex, very interesting, but very scoring also. And complex, being very honest, nahi hai if you understand the thought process behind it and you understand what is the question asking you to do. Why I'm asking you to emphasize on this is, you see the new official guide, first topic is numbers and number properties. Secondly, अब CAT में calculator आता है, NMAT में no calculator. So I'm surely going to get a question on number system and remainder theorem, because here my knowledge and application of time management is being tested, you know, कि am I able to do fast calculations, am I able to jump to approximations and, you know, make the best use of time. So short question है from number system, तो ये तो पढ़ना बनता ही बनता है, right? So start with that. So that's going to be the first task. Pick up number system, understand all of these questions. Once you understand complete number system, then we will move to understanding algebra. What is algebra? Algebra mein you have equations, simple equations, your linear simple equations, then special equations, quadratic equations, all of these things. Why we will do this first? Because if you see arithmetic mein, most important, profit and loss, interest, time, speed, distance, time and work, 4 major topics which are very very important. इसमें आपको कहीं ना कहीं इक्वेशन बना के सॉल्व करना है, राइट? तो अगर उसके पहले इक्वेशन समझ लोगे तो टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस समझना और इजी हो जाएगा, राइट? सो लेट्स प्लान इन दैट फॉर्मेट. Okay, so we are going to make sure we kill that up in that sequence itself. So all the students who are a part of CAT Kings or under my mentorship, which is there in the NMAT Turbo course, next 1 week सिर्फ नंबर सिस्टम करेंगे, उसके नेक्स्ट 1 वीक हम बैठ के सिर्फ अलजेब्रा करेंगे. ये दोनों हो जाए उसके बाद हम अरिथमेटिक करेंगे, फिर हम मॉडर्न मैथ्स करेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि उसके सबसे लेस नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस है, राइट? इफ आई गेट बैक एंड आई शो इट टू यू गाइज वंस अगेन, arithmetic 8 to 9 questions, but I want to master this well, so that's why I will do this after I am done with my equations. We are starting with numbers, moving to algebra, moving to arithmetic, then आएगा modern maths. ठीक है, ये हो गई क्वांट्स की बात. अब क्वांट्स के साथ में, क्वांट्स के वैसे भी हमें आने वाले हैं कितने क्वेश्चंस, 20 to 24 क्वेश्चंस, राइट? अब मुझे टोटली 20 to 25 करेक्ट चाहिए थे, तो पूरे क्वांट्स से तो नहीं आ सकते, DIDS पे करना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो अनदर मोटिवेशन टू डू नंबर्स फर्स्ट इज टू किल दिस डेटा सफिशिएंसी का सेक्शन. डेटा सफिशिएंसी के मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस आर बेस्ड ऑन नंबर्स एंड ऑन इक्वेशंस. देख लो आप पुराने पेपर्स में भी जाके, किसी और एग्जाम के भी, NMAT के तो ऑफिशियल गाइड से ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा, बट यू विल सी अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन इक्वेशंस, रूल्स ऑफ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस, यू नो दैट मैट्रिक्स में करते हैं हम, क्वाड्रेटिक का सॉल्व करते हैं तो फॉर्मूला में एप्लीकेबल है कि नहीं है, एंड इनइक्वालिटीज़, ऑल ऑफ दिस कम्स अ लॉट इन डेटा सफिशिएंसी. सो व्हेन वी आर डूइंग नंबर्स इन अलजेब्रा, हमारा डेटा सफिशिएंसी भी साथ में होते जा रहा है, एंड डेटा सफिशिएंसी का आई विल हैव 2 to 4 क्वेश्चंस फॉर श्योर, right? Next comes my data interpretation. Now take it in writing from me. Data interpretation of NMAT is lengthy, it's not tough, it's calculation intensive, because there is no calculator, you'll have close answers. The only thing required is you to understand what the question is asking and फट से calculations करो, which comes from practice and by understanding कि in each type of questions what has to be done, what has to be the approach, when do you start solving, when do you start using the methodology of POE. What is POE? Rule of elimination basically, right? So प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एलिमिनेशन, किन से हम रूल आउट कर सकते हैं, 4 से 2 ऑप्शंस, 2 में से चूजिंग द फाइनल वन, all of these things, right? So for data interpretation we have to start understanding the most essential type of questions, which is your tables, bar graph, pie chart, क्योंकि ये तो आने ही वाला है, right? That is why all of you guys NMAT students who are there with me, बहुत टाइम पास हो गया, बहुत चिल हो गया, अभी तुम 2 घंटा लाइव क्लास बैठने वाले हो, सीखने वाले हो with all NMAT and CAT toppers, and then let me see how the hell you do not clear your quants and DI sectional cutoffs. ठीक है? So 8 to 9 PM बैठ के हम DI पढ़ेंगे, थोड़ा LR भी पढ़ेंगे उसके साथ में, एंड DI करेंगे, ऑल योर कैलकुलेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग. 10 to 11 we will study quants. Every Thursdays I'll take your NMAT strategy sessions. You will have to make sure you are attending all of these. Don't skip anything, but at the same time practice करते जाओ, ठीक है. सो लाइव क्लासेस फॉर ऑल द वंस हु आर नॉट पार्ट ऑफ कैटकिंग स्टूडेंट, तुम कुछ ना कुछ का रिसोर्स तो पढ़ ही रहे होगे. सो पढ़ के साथ में प्रैक्टिस भी करो. You have your official guide, you have the booster books, you have maximizer books. If you do not have resources for actual NMAT preparation, because which is a problem, a lot of people do not have the actual resources and you know the methodology and the type of questions how to approach properly. So then definitely please get on board with the NMAT Turbo course. I'll guide you guys through the entire preparation, video lectures, mock tests, e-books, सब कुछ है, very well detailed explained, ठीक है. But make it a practice to study at least 2 hours every day for getting your concepts and then practicing, ठीक है. Now practicing का last week से हमने start किया था weekly targets. I don't know how many of you guys have done your weekly targets. Please tell me how many of you all have done or not. Here is your next target, which is from 5th to 10th of October set. What we are going to do is 5th to 10th of October. Firstly, number system has to be killed out. मतलब all types of questions. Number system का कुछ भी आ जाना, हमें फट से आ जाना चाहिए. And the best part is ये हर एग्ज़ाम में आता है, right? So ये आपको हर एग्ज़ाम में हेल्प करेगा, चाहे वो CAT, NMAT, SNAP, IIFT, कोई भी एग्ज़ाम हो, right? So number system, data sufficiency questions based on number system. तो ये हम पूरा करेंगे. And along with that, we can't neglect the other sections, right? So what you're going to do is, in this next 5 days, you will make sure at least 10 reading comprehensions, 10 para jumble questions, 10 para summary questions. अभी advantage है NMAT में बेटा options मिलती हैं, तो this should be easier task. So you should get in the ability and skill to solve para jumbles and summary questions in 1 minute. Because you have answer options, you have to find the linkages, but you need practice to make your brain start thinking कि pairs कैसे बनाते हैं, right? So that's very important. उसके साथ में आप 10 linear arrangement के sets करोगे, ठीक है. linear arrangement, seating arrangement वाले questions, वो एक short set आने वाला है. 10 इनपुट आउटपुट के सेट्स करेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि इनपुट आउटपुट तो आने ही वाला है. एनालिटिकल पजल, लीनियर अरेंजमेंट आ सकती है, सर्कुलर अरेंजमेंट आ सकती है, किसी भी टाइप की आ सकती है. इनपुट आउटपुट का एक सेट तो 110% आना ही है. एक सेट मतलब 4 क्वेश्चंस, तो यार कर लो ना यार. 4 क्वेश्चंस इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स विच इज़ गोइंग टू हेल्प योर रीजनिंग सेक्शन को बूस्ट करने के लिए, ठीक है. सो दिस इज़ योर टारगेट फॉर दिस वीक. प्लीज़ मेक श्योर यू गाइज अचीव दैट. डोंट मिस आउट ऑन दी NMAT डेली सीरीज. एंड आपके जो वीकली टारगेट सेट हो रहे हैं उसको तो फॉलो करते जाना, ठीक है. प्लीज टेल मी फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस वीक्स टारगेट, आर यू गाइज अचीव्ड इट और नॉट. इफ यू गाइज हैव बीन एबल टू अचीव इट, कंग्रेचुलेशंस टू यू गाइज. इफ नॉट, देन guys, you have to buck up. There is no going back. There's a huge lot of advantage giving NMAT exam. I'm repeatedly saying that it is the only exam which is adaptive based on your capability. यार तुम्हारे concept, तुम्हारे fundas clear होंगे तो तुम्हें अच्छा score मिलेगा, because they'll be able to give you better type of questions, tougher questions, and you'll be able to solve them, increase your scores. Higher the scores, more chances of converting an MIMS. And why we should look at an MIMS, I think I've told this before also. You get the leverage of studying in one of the top 30 colleges. Mumbai, amazing corporate exposure, industry exposure. You have a nice party chill life as well also, which you will enjoy in any B school. But हाँ, मुंबई का मुंबई फ़ायदा मिलता है आपको. Plus placements. Look at the placements. Just see the website. 58 lakhs has been the highest placement, right? तो एक बार check कर लो. Understand all of them, how many people have been getting PPOs and how it has been going. We've been like doing really well. So just make sure you buck up right now, get on board, get started with your preparation. Being very honest, I studied only 1.5 months for my NMAT. In 1.5 months, I was able to crack 222. So can all of you guys. So get on board with Cat King's 40 days challenge, and I'll make sure you guys are able to convert your NMAT for sure, with the best possible faculties taking your online sessions, strategies, video lectures, mock tests, and interview preparation, everything. But just come with that passion, come with that focus. I have to crack NMAT, come what may. Just make it happen. Alright, so guys, if these videos have been really helpful for you, please subscribe to the channel and share it amongst with your friends, and do drop in a comment. It really encourages to keep coming up here with more and more videos. And kal bilkul miss mat karna video, we'll be coming up with the next video where thoda sa I'm going to give you guys a little strategy for NMAT with respect to IPL. Okay, so stay tuned for some more action, some more fun and strategies. All the best and keep doing well.